What is up, car addicts? In this video, I'll be giving a visual guide for this week's normal time trial, RC Bandito time trial, and the premium race, totaling over $300,000. Note that the time trials can only be completed once a week for the full $100,000 payout. The premium race, however, can be completed in a limited amount of times with a 48-minute cooldown between each win. So starting off with the time trial this week, which is LSIA 2, I highly recommend a fast motorcycle such as the Hakuchu Drag, Shotaro, or Bandito 801 for this time trial. If you're going to use a car, I highly recommend using either the Emirates, Krieger, Pariah, or a Tally GTO. This time trial does give quite a bit of extra time, so there are many other cars you could complete it with, even kind of mid-tier sports cars. There are also some optional easy shortcuts to take if you want, so it's a pretty simple time trial. Moving on to this week's RC Bandito time trial, which is Cemetery. As always, you need to own an RC Bandito in order to participate in these. This time trial is a little difficult if you've never done it before. If you go full speed on your first trial, you will miss checkpoints, turns, and crash into a lot of objects because the paths are pretty narrow. This time trial is all about letting off the throttle for most of the corners. Also, when you use your brakes, make sure to press them in about halfway or a little more than halfway. Do not press them all the way in or you will lose control of the Bandito. And lastly, we have this week's premium race, which is Boots on the Ground. This one is restricted to the motorcycles class. I highly recommend using either the Hakuchu Drag or Shotaro for this race. It is also possible with the Bandito 801, but by far the easiest for this race because of the high speed turns is the Shotaro in my opinion. This race is pretty straightforward and easy. I recommend using your brakes on the first corner, and then for the second corner you can just let off the throttle depending on which bike you're on. It's a pretty simple and straightforward premium race. And that's it guys, a normal time trial this week is pretty simple as it gives you a ton of extra time. The RC time trial is a little more difficult than most because of the narrow paths, so give it some slow practice runs at first. And this week's premium race is very easy if you're using the Shotaro or the Hakuchu drag. Again, remember guys, you can earn over $300,000 between the three, and setting yourself the goal to beat them is always a lot of fun in my personal opinion. Let me know down below in the comments which one you found most difficult and what vehicles you used. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one.